Previously on the reunion of the Next 15.
And
don't get cute with me, bitch!
As long as
because
you don't
I will
put
show
your
hands on me. This problem is deeper than you. I'm leaving.
No.
Listen, let me tell you something.
Come on.
Laura Govan wish there was more light-skinned people on the panel.
She didn't say that.
Yes, though. She did.
I didn't feel comfortable sitting on a panel because that's what I do.
You said Claudia.
Yes,
at that
because
point.
she's the executive producer, so
I didn't mince words.
it's her show.
I didn't mince words.
You don't know what a broken heart is until you lose a parent. I miss my mother.
I miss my mother too. I know everything she's going through. I feel bad for her, you know?
Do you think you offended black women?
No, not at all. I'm black.
If you are black, stand in it in all shades.
But here's the thing. At the end of the day, if it offended you, sorry, because it offended a lot of people.
All this classy image you try to portray, this is your spread open on the internet.
Let's not talk about your on the internet. How many
How many people you right now?
One.
Really? Do they have girlfriends?
Since you want to act like you know who I'm
Welcome to the second hour of the Next 15 Reunion Special. I'm your host and executive producer, Carlos King.
When I open up about it and get called a liar, a whore, it is happening all over again. I was a victim, and I'm trying not to be a victim. And when I do, I'm slapped in the face by another black woman about it.
bitch, please.
Okay, Brent,
All right, we're gonna take
Angela,
Nice.
I need to get up. Looking like bad between your legs.
shut up. No
can
more
leave?
talking. Take
Bitch, worn the out.
take
Yours
her
looks
out
really
too.
worn out.
And Laura.
And you need a manicure. Gosh.
Bitch, you need
Yes.
a rejuvenation.
Well,
Yeah.
you
And on
first.
all levels.
You first.
Brent, go with
Out of here.
You're mad.
Bitch, shut the
About that. Tired of being
that
nice to your
bitch.
stinking ass. You bitch. I've been trying to be nice with
Come
and
on.
this is what you know.
Come on, like those were personal pictures of mine that got stolen. What woman doesn't go in the mirror and take a sexy flick? Like, come on, bitch, kick rocks.
She was taking naked pictures and sending them to a married basketball player. I would never show that until I get sick and tired of being labeled a hoe when I'm not the hoe. And you're Benzino. Out of here with that. I'm tired. I've been keeping my mouth shut so much. Y'all think I'm petty. I wasn't petty until today. I'm a admit. I'm
Shut up.
I'm petty.
She's Benzino.
So I'm like this. Welcome back to the Next 15 Season 1 reunion. I'm like this.
I'm a ticking time bomb. I go through so many emotions with this with my mother that I'm like, I'm sad, I'm confused, I'm angry, and I have not figured out a way to control it yet because it's so fresh.
Benzino, can we take you this way a little bit?
Sure. I don't mind if she don't mind. You don't mind me sitting next to you?
Nope, not for the 15 minutes we're about to film.
Lucky me.
When someone comes for you, I know I have these powers, and I always say I try not to use them for evil. And I did it until this last ugly-ass segment. And I'm sure I'll regret it later on when it's on television. But right now, I'm at a point, Laura, where this woman has been going in on all social media on me.
I need you to remember who you are, the elegance that your mom taught you. She wouldn't be happy with that.
You're right.
Nice, baby.
Here we go. Michael, you set?
Welcome back to the Next 15 Season 1 reunion. Joining me is my favorite reality couple, Mr. Benzino and Althea Hart. What is the status of your relationship today?
We're together.
You sound convincing. We all saw you two on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Then we got a chance to see your relationship take another turn on Marriage Boot Camp. And we saw some bits and pieces on the Next 15. So let's take a look at the path between Benzino and Althea Hart.
What's up with you and Claudia? Because I hear that she has like some type of reputation or something.
I don't know her reputation. I don't know none of these girls' reputation. Your mother's a little hard on me. She likes to go to Instagram and break up with me every other month. Could you tell her to stop doing that?
I just put on there what you say.
Benzino,
Your baby was born 3 days ago. You don't leave.
Do you think I want to leave my baby? You think I want to leave her? No, I don't.
And I'm not married at some point. I mean, so it's like, am I wasting my time?
Am I that bad that you can't be happy in one little scene with me, love me in one scene?
Can't film from something wasn't there.
This LA thing is starting to take off. I just think it's time for you and Zeno to come out here, man. Like one of our sponsors.
I don't want to come to LA and then you just preoccupied with all these other girls.
Are you gonna come or not? Because I'm not gonna sit here and debate and go back and forth.
Lower your tone a little bit.
Hello?
Really? I'm gonna call you back on that. Bye.
Bye. Out of here, man. Every single scene is the same thing. Not doing it, not doing it. Every scene has to be a debate and all that. I'm not doing it, man. Yeah, but it's not going there though. And I told her that. Like I'm not. Every scene is like the same, man.
What is it about Althea that takes you there, Benzino?
You know, I feel like, you know, I genuinely love her. I feel like all my intentions are always good. I do everything right, and then sometimes I just get so upset when she's upset with me.
Maybe realize why I'm angry instead of, bitch, you got an attitude. But why do I have an attitude?
You know my intentions aren't to hurt you or to bring malice towards you. Like,
Well, I'm not married yet. Not that I'm hard up to get married or not that I can't get a guy, but you would have thought that we'd been married by now. People meet 2 weeks and get married.
Why aren't you married?
I mean, we're not ready to be married. So it's not like I'm mad that I'm not married. I'm disappointed that I'm not married.
I mean, I feel like I'm Iron Mike with Robin Givens right now. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I want you to marry somebody that you feel like that you love. Like, lately, you display a lot of anger towards me, and maybe some of it's warranted, but it can't all be warranted. Like, I can't be all this horrible guy, man.
While he was here filming with you and all of the ladies, I was home by myself. He didn't come home on the weekends.
Was it tough for you to watch the show, seeing Benzino work with not only beautiful women?
They ain't more beautiful than me. I mean, I'm not insecure in any type of way. It's not like he has other women issues and I have other men issues.
Well, was it hard for you to see New York flirt with him?
I feel like it was kind of disrespectful because of the fact that he told her that he had a girl. I liked her watching the show that she was on back 20 years ago, but I just felt like she's corny and she's busted.
How did you feel when Benzino spent a lot of studio time with Jennifer?
I actually like Jennifer. She was cool, but like I have an album that he ain't working on.
I ain't working on it. I've already worked on it. It's done. We're not going to release it until you lose a few pounds and then be ready to promote it. Until that happens,
So that happens, you're putting Jennifer's album out.
First of all, it's a single,
Whatever
number one.
the hell it is.
And number two, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, if this is what you want to do, then go ahead, take it. Because whatever I do is opening up doors for both of us, all right? I'm not a selfish person. Anything that I do, you're involved in. Okay, Carlos wants to do the next 15. Every single time we talked in my interview, Althea's name came up. I love Althea, the love of my life. Althea, Althea, Althea. Like in almost every scene that even talks about anything, I'm saying Althea.
I don't feel the love when we're at home, though.
Well, I will say this. I adore you two. I do think you two make a cute couple. I think you two have chemistry, and there's a love there, obviously, which is why you guys go through what you go through. I would love to see you two work it out. You guys have a beautiful baby boy. Speaking of which, I would love to bring him out. Can we get baby Zeno out? Is he wearing a tux? This baby is... He is fresh. Thank you, Benzino and Althea, for showing us your real life. And as always, I appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with the next 15 reunion special.
Coming up on the next 15.
I can't call somebody and be like, you gonna be available for this talk show?
It's not a bull talk show.
Here comes the tornado, Tiffany.
What the hell? Somebody racist in here and all this? Shut up.
Us working on the music, we've really developed a friendship. Never try to anybody.
I would not be the king of reality TV without one final twist.
I don't want nobody who ain't got no money.
Cause otherwise you're just a brick.
Welcome back to the Next 15 reunion. So Benzino and Claudia, you two knew each other before you started this show. So much so, you two kind of had a pact, from my understanding, that once we get on this show, we're gonna have each other's back. Now, whether or not that happened is about to be seen. Let's take a look.
If I call you about work, but then you're in my DMs about my pictures, that doesn't really make sense.
Are you serious?
The DM comment was a little unnecessary.
He is not responding to work-related messages, but is finding time to take a screenshot of my ass and send it to me on DM.
She said something like you DM'd her with like an ass shot. I don't. She starts
put
talking.
a picture up, and I said, good picture.
I sent him a text over the weekend, and it wasn't on camera. He went off on me.
What did he say?
I'll just show you. More to the right.
Oh, stank bitch? What? Oh, miserable. First of all, that he called you a bitch, stank, and a hoe within all of 30 seconds.
I maintained calmness and tried to keep it calm.
You old dusty bitch. Really? That's a side of Benzino that I haven't seen. It's kind of disappointing that he will call you all those names. If Benzino ever, what he just did there, if that ever came into real life, I'd knock that out in a heartbeat.
So, Claudia, can you clarify what exactly happened between you and Benzino?
Benzino and I, we definitely have been cool for a long time, and we call each other before the show, and that's all true. And he did tell the truth. He took a screenshot of a picture that I had on my Instagram and gave me props on it. It wasn't him trying to have sex with me, and I'm not trying to misrepresent what it was, but I found it annoying that you can't respond to my business emails. It's like if you know you calling someone for work and hitting them up, but then they're on Twitter, but they haven't hit you back about work, it's annoying.
So, Benzino, do you feel like you got caught because...
First, I want to apologize about calling those things because, I was nervous enough as it is when I was at the HIV event, and I felt like we was on stage, and she was trying to embarrass me in front of all the guys there, and I just was uncomfortable. She's tugging on me, she's look at me, and then it seems like she was trying to make the DM thing more than it was. We all DM, and I've commented on all of them. You all are beautiful. I've never tried to anybody, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it was just miscommunication that she probably took it personal. I didn't mean it personal. And when I got upset and gave her that text, I wasn't professional, Claudia, and
I appreciate
and I
you
take
owning
that and I apologize. But that didn't mean that at a moment I couldn't have called somebody and got a couple of guests.
But I was waiting for you to do it, though.
No, but we never had a date.
We did have a date.
What am I gonna tell the guests?
The reason why people don't know...
Keep it 100, Karamo. Did you have a date?
The 10th.
At the 10th. At the
HIV event, you did not have the date.
Yes, we did.
We got the date earlier that day.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So then how could you expect me prior to that to get a guest?
But there was a range, though. We said between the 8th...
range. I can't call somebody and be like, hey, are you gonna be available for this talk show from the 6th to the 10th?
It's not a talk show.
I'm just saying, though, like...
Earlier in the day, we had a conversation, and that's when he called me and said that he didn't show up to the meeting the night before because he was burnt out. So
No.
We had
Not burnt out.
You said
I had the flu.
Well, you told me you went and got
He was absolutely sick because we
no one
studio
talking
and
to
he
you.
left.
So he told me that he wasn't feeling
I'm
that
telling
he
you, he
was
was sick.
So then, that day, we talked about...
Can I take off my vest,
He said he had a
This is hot as
guest...
hell.
He said he had a guest confirmed.
She makes it hot as
So even
hell
if you
in
don't
here
have
all
a
the
date,
time.
you're telling me you have a guest confirmed. So when I saw him at the HIV event, I said, so what's up? Are we good? And then he says, we're not good.
So when it comes to UZ, somebody on social media said, at Mariah Nicole tweeted, Benzino always acts different when he's dealing with a female. Do you think you have an issue with women, Benzino?
I love women. I have 3 babies' mothers. I loved my mother to death. I'm a woman's man. I don't have issues with women. And I was upset. There's no way I should have called you those things. I was wrong. And I'll never do it again.
I appreciate you owning up to that. There's much more coming up, so stay tuned.
Coming up on the next 15.
What would you do differently?
I said I don't know.
You started with 6 people and you ended up with 2. You'd have done nothing different.
Is this your girlfriend?
I don't know.
That's not good enough for me. Not at all.
Give me a kiss and a cry, bitch.
Welcome back to the Next 15 reunion. I feel like it's now time to discuss this show, Claudia, that you have executive produced alongside Karamo Brown, which is The Comment.
Yes.
Let's take a look at the trials and tribulation of executive producer Claudia Jordan.
We are going to do a talk show together.
We are
What would qualify you to executive produce a talk show?
being the HBIC.
That's a good thing on a resume. New York is out of control.
It's already drama, and there's no show.
We didn't get any brainstorming done, so we have homework, okay?
We ain't got no further than the last meeting.
Hey, Tiffany.
No.
And I would love for you to give
I respect what you guys are doing, but I do not respect Claudia Jordan.
You want to call yourself being an executive producer, and you come out here acting like a heathen? Bitch, keep it moving.
It's not me, it's her.
I heard this with New York.
People on the talk show, there should be some kind of respect to you, and therefore it should transfer over to me.
Talk to your people, Carlos.
Karamo came to meet me,
Right.
and he shows me this damn video. You and I are fired from the talk show.
At the end of the day, I don't need not near one of these do the show. I could do a talk show by myself. Anybody else want to leave? Please speak now or forever hold your peace.
So, New York, when it comes to Claudia's leadership skills, what do you think about that?
It was all a game and a joke to me. I didn't come to the next 15 to be on a talk show led by Claudia Jordan. This was a surprise to me. This is not the direction that I ever wanted to take.
Is that how you felt too, Laura? Is what made you back out?
If I have to comment on her leadership, and I told you I don't think you had any. It didn't seem boss-like you just didn't take control. I think the way you carried it and handled it, and then it just snowballed and it got worse and worse.
So when it comes to you being the EP of this talk show, is there anything you wish you could have done differently?
A lot of things. And I own that I'm not perfect. I'm not. Far from it. I'm learning on the job.
What would you do differently?
It was petty the way I fired her in video. But I was at my wit's end at that point because I felt like it was so much personal stuff instead of...
What would you do differently?
I'm telling you, Laura. I said the video. That's one thing.
But how else would you have fired her?
But I'm
then?
just saying-
Would you
I mean,
have
I
fired
just want some
differently,
bullet
or like
points.
what do you do different? There's no differences
Well,
there.
this isn't a presentation.
No, but I'm just saying, I just want
let me
to the
deliver
point.
it the way I want
Like,
to deliver it, though.
you wouldn't have fired her. All right, let me hear it. I'm sorry.
So that's one thing.
Do you regret having a meeting with Jennifer? Because do you feel like that meeting made it weird for you and her to get back to the work?
Knowing what I know now, yes. But at the time, I thought if I was working on a show where there was like that thing, I would love someone to pull me aside and be like, hey, you cool? Just so you know, there's nothing here. I wish I would have known that there were these feelings, and then we could have had some real conversations. All right, you don't want to work with me? Fine. You don't want to work with me.
See, but that's not doing nothing different, man.
Well, you know what? This is one thing.
Jeez.
Maybe I needed to pick up the phone and blow you guys up more. Maybe I could have done that, but I feel like you shouldn't coddle adults. You guys are all adults, and I'm not gonna blow up your phones. Maybe more communication?
No.
I don't know.
Nothing. You've done nothing different.
I would say
I
just
think-
being next to your side, the only thing that you should have done
saying I
different
don't
was the
know.
video. Because literally, it came out to what it needed to be. And
She
I
shouldn't
wouldn't
have
have...
put the personal with the business.
How did I start that? Please tell
It has
me.
nothing to do with that. Whether you started or not, if you're the boss and you end it, you see what I'm saying? Stop talking about
I
who
did
started, who
not.
stopped. That's
I'm-
kid.
So what would have been different?
I said I don't know. 'Cause I don't
should've
think
been.
I did a lot wrong
How?
with how I handled
How could you
guys.
say that?
How can
the
I
thing
force
is that
people
You
to work
started
that
with
don't want to
6
be involved?
people and you ended up with 2. You'd have done nothing different. Well, if that's the case, that's how you wanted it with 2 people.
I said
Really,
everything.
really?
Just like New York said, you didn't even want us in the thing.
One didn't want to be in it.
Jesus
the other one already had a
Christ.
show. So that leaves 4 people if we're
No,
realistic talking about it. And there was
everybody
also a
could
lot
have
of
been
work
in
that
it.
needed to be
She
done.
wanted to be
There
the
was a lot
girl
of
on
work
the
that needed to be
streets.
done.
No, she didn't. She didn't
Benzino,
want
you started a magazine, so you know there needs to be concept. You had to plan. You didn't just one day get into a printer and was like, let's print.
So, Karamo, do you think the whole cast did not give Claudia the benefit of the doubt? Do you
Yes.
think the cast just did not respect her because they didn't want to work for her?
100%. Yes, because the thing is, there had to be tons of planning. That logo that I created, that didn't come overnight. The concepts, the blocks that we created. I've been talking production. You think these segments just popped up? They had to think about what segments we're going to
I'm
bring
talking
out.
about as far as our
But you
involvement.
use
How
this
would
as a
you-
reference point.
Okay, so the stuff that used to did, right? Did you get a script to do that? Huh?
We created it.
We created it.
But
We
none of this
created it.
matters
We
because
created it.
nobody
You
respected
sat
her
up
enough to
there.
do
Exactly.
it.
No, that's
So
the main
none of
point.
this.
That's the main
You
thing.
sat up
At the
there,
end of the day,
you sat there and
there
read
was
tweets
planning.
and said, "Hey,
End of the
John
day, there
Stamos
needed to be
showed his
planning,
ass."
but there could have been no planning because y'all
What
didn't.
the was that?
And that's the
Nobody
real
cares.
My thing is,
Oh
you
my
guys
gosh.
planned the show, went up there, read a bunch of tweets, and
Don't
answered them.
diminish it. Come on now.
That's what
Benzino,
it was.
Man, you and I even have a conversation. It was like, yo, the time I put in to doing that logo, you were like, good job.
I love the
you
logo.
You even talked to me
that
about
was the best thing about the whole the logo. What was that?
Guys, so
Point blank.
listen, let's move on. Let's go to commercial break. We'll be right back with more on the Next 15 Reunion Special.
Coming up, on the next 15.
And let me tell you something. You better fall in position.
I can't be nobody's puppet.
Buckle your seatbelt, because we have one final twist.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the Next 15 reunion special. I'm here with Tiffany. And her man, Action. Yeah! To watch you two on camera this season was a ride because we never knew if we were going to get New York or Tiffany. And when it comes to Action, neither did he. So now I would like to show you a deleted scene. Let's take a look.
Hey. Hey. Hello? How you doing?
Oh.
I can be wearing nothing with chicken wings inserted into my mouth and other places. He's still not gonna notice me. I have this big opportunity in London. I'm not comfortable with the state of this because there's no title. Technically, we do things that together people do, but we're not together.
The train was already rolling. You jumped a long time ago, and you want to run and jump back on? That's not where. That's not where it's at.
I don't regret giving away the engagement ring. I don't need any reminders of Action at this point because I'm trying to be done with him or not done with him. It's so off and on that I don't know what I want. I'm not gonna let my eggs rot away because I want a husband.
Slow down just a little bit. You acting like you 80 years old.
I am. I'm wisdom. Wisdom is infinite. There's no time, date, month, year to it. So I am 80. I might be 1,000. That's how quick I need you to make a decision for me.
Look, listen, check this out. You don't know how to be a wife. That's the problem.
Maybe I'll see you when I get back.
Maybe.
I make that man better. But he's like a bag of rocks with sand and salt and gravel. Just needs to be separated. He's lost it. Bye, Action.
You leaving today? Is she leaving today? Nah, she want me to do. I ain't following her. I'm gonna chill right here.
I'm upset with Action right now.
Why?
We're not speaking because he pissed me off downstairs, and I'm not gonna sit
we gonna
here
keep it real.
and act
Go
like
ahead.
I
Okay.
feel good
She
right
came
now.
downstairs.
Shut up.
I
What
can't do
happened?
that. She came downstairs. First off, I'm eating my lasagna. Thanks to the good chef whoever did that, though. That was amazing. And in comes the tornado, Tiffany.
I'm gonna suck that bitch in the face.
What the hell? Somebody racist in here and all this and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? Laura with the hair and she's racist and says that somebody's light skinned and all this. And I looked at it more like a joke. I was like, nah, she could have said that.
Right.
But she thought I was taking her side.
It's really a waste of time to even regurgitate this here
But you
on
brought it up.
stage. Listen, let me tell you something,
Okay, go ahead.
boy.
Okay,
When
go ahead.
I am upset and another woman has angered me, you better fall in position and take my side.
I did.
And I can't get past that right now.
Right.
And I'm not gonna sit here and lie in front of my friend. Just
No,
because
totally.
Carlos comes with cameras, he's still a
I'm
friend
frustrated.
of mine.
I'm frustrated
What are you frustrated about?
that you would even think that I was against you.
Well, it happened.
Do you love Action?
I don't know. Yeah, but not at this second. I'm upset.
Before you left for London, you wanted Action to make a commitment to you. Has Action made that commitment to you?
In terms of marriage, no, he has not.
If I go give her a ring, will she stop at the next Big Lots and hand some strange lady a ring or something?
I did that.
But it's beyond that. She wants to control me. And I feel that we both should be able to work something out together. But you really don't know what you want.
Well, she was going through that, and we saw New York with Chance.
I forgot. It's so good to see you. It's so good to see you. Oh gosh, I feel like I can just do some stuff. He hasn't made a commitment to me, and when I got up with Chance, it was just me just letting off some steam, you know.
But that's the game you play.
I'm not playing a game.
I'll be in the club, and I'll turn around, and she looking right at me between like 30 other people while she all up in there dancing on somebody just to get me. Like, every night I gotta prove my love. Like, come on.
And yet you still sit beside me, so I mean.
Because it's a game you playing.
So when are you two going to make things official?
Tell you the truth, all jokes aside, I'm on my grown man right now, you know? I'm not getting any younger. I feel that every strong man needs a strong woman behind him. I'm willing to try to work things, but I can't be nobody's puppet. I can't be underneath her pinky toe. I can't do those things.
Carlos, ask him what we are.
What are you?
Oh, what we are?
See?
See? I'm confused.
See? You see what I'm saying?
I don't know. I don't know what you...
Is this your girlfriend?
Yeah.
You had to say the title.
No, it doesn't matter.
This man sat here and said, I don't know what we are. I'm confused.
I don't know.
That's not good enough for me.
Well, look, I have to say this. I'm going to be honest with you because we are friends and I love you.
I know, I love you too.
I do. I think Action really does love you.
Thank you. Somebody got my back up in here.
Me and the team, we love
we need a
seeing you
referee.
two together
Thank
because I think you met a man that reflects you. I think Action is a reflection of you.
Why does he keep pissing me off, Carlos?
Well, I think because you two are so much alike that is sometimes you butt heads. But if I'm a betting man, I do believe that one day, maybe next season, I do believe that one day you two will definitely take things further. We'll be right back with more of the Next 15 reunion show.
Coming up on the Next 15.
I was sexually abused when I was 7.
I didn't talk about it for years. I used to feel like I had ulcers. I had stomach aches all the time because I kept it inside.
Welcome back to the Next 15 reunion. Claudia, you were brave enough to share with us a personal story from your childhood. We want to be very clear that this production and TV One believe rape is a serious matter and not to be taken lightly.
Let me tell you something, Jennifer. When I was 17, I was raped. Could you imagine how that would feel?
No, I can't. I do think the bitch is lying. Let me just roll tape, because y'all know I be having receipts.
Locks the door in one of the rooms, tells me to take off my shirt so we can give you a massage. I said, no, thank you, I'm good. In the room, there's like jade Buddhas everywhere. And I'm like, oh my God, like this is the rape room. So I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to get raped. It is not.
Damn.
That's not cool. That's not cool. Period.
This is a new low for her.
You see this bitch laughing about rape, right? You can't be sensitive to it 1 minute and then insensitive to it the next minute. Like, bitch, pick a side.
A coping mechanism to deal with tragedy is to make light of things.
You kind of nailed me to the cross about not really being sensitive about it. And when I saw you joking, I was like, well, how the hell am I supposed to be sensitive about it?
I made jokes about what really happened to me.
Rape.
Since you've never been in that situation, you probably should keep your mouth shut about how people should deal with it.
So, Claudia, how do you feel watching that?
I don't want to watch it. It's like reliving it again, and then the comments and everything, and it's just like, and the only reason I brought that up was Jennifer because she kept asking me, how does it feel when people call you a slut, and so many people say this about you, and I said, when I was in high school, I didn't give it up, and a boy at school said, Claudia's the type of girl that needs to get raped.
Oh my goodness.
And then when it eventually happened to me, I kept it to myself because you're not believed, or you're a slut, or what did you have on, or did you ask for it, or was it really rape? And I'm defensive, I have a slick mouth, I fight back, and I think a lot of that goes back to that.
So, Jennifer, when Claudia told you she was raped and you felt that she was using the rape card, what did you mean by that?
I'm just gonna say this because I just really don't even want to dwell on it. To me, it's a little awkward. You bring that up to someone that you don't even know. That's very personal. My mother was raped when she was 14. She didn't tell me until 4 years ago. And she didn't even know how to tell me. So I'm sitting down with Claudia, and for her to just bring it up, and it was just like very random and out the blue, I was a little thrown.
But it wasn't random. You kept asking me about how I feel about being called a slut.
That was my answer.
Still insensitive. I don't even need you to be sensitive to me. I just don't even want to talk about it with you anymore. Clearly, I made a mistake. My bad. I shouldn't have talked to you about it.
Laura, how did it feel for you watching the video of Claudia having that interview with Charlamagne?
Initially, I was thrown back as well, but I did say that that's probably the way that she knows how to deal with it. Now, I was sexually abused when I was 7, and I dealt with it differently. I became like a rebel, and I threw myself into sports because that was the only place I could take out my aggression. So if her way of it being comedy, if that's the way she deals with it, and that's the way she deals with it, I can't judge it, you know?
In New York?
I think that's horrible, but at the time, it just seemed like the story that I saw on camera, it didn't fit what I'm seeing here today. You need to seek a professional that can help you get past this point, because you shouldn't feel like this. It's not fair to you.
I appreciate you being sympathetic. I really do.
And Karamo, you even told Jennifer you were disappointed in Claudia. When you heard it, how did you feel about it?
Especially in this country, and especially within black families, what happens is that we don't believe them, and we start to re-victimize them by saying, you're a whore, it's not true, and all these things. And so I immediately came to her defense and believed her. But when I saw that video, I was kind of like, hold on. But then I talked to her, and she was like, no, this hurts me. Obviously, you can see it still hurts her now, and
I'm just like sick of being re-victimized by it. I don't want to. I don't want to cry over this anymore. I didn't talk about it for years. I used to feel like I had ulcers. I had stomach aches all the time because I kept it inside. And when I do choose to open up about it and get called a liar, a whore, it is like happening all over again. I was a victim, and I'm trying not to be a victim. And when I do, I'm slapped in the face by another black woman about it. And that's what hurts. I'm sick of people like taking these dirty ass low blow digs at each other for a scene on a reality show. It wasn't a scene for me, it was an explanation. And it wasn't only for Jen, it was for all the people watching that are so quick to jump on the bandwagon and pile on and call names. And I act strong because I have to. I cannot go through this world and this male-dominated business and be a weak woman. I gotta act like don't bother me, it's funny, I take the power back, and that's worked for me. It may not be the correct way, but it's my survival tactic that I have to use. So please, stop with the calling girls hoes and sluts when you don't know where they came from.
So let's, move on from this. Thank you for opening up about something that was so painful in your past. We'll be right back. Welcome to the exciting conclusion of our Next 15 reunion special. I would like to ask each one of you what you feel like you did with your experience on the Next 15. Claudia Jordan.
I feel like, the monkey on my back thing of always feeling misunderstood, I feel like it was addressed on this show. And then I, got to produce a show.
Karamo.
I showed the world that I'm about my business, sexy. I'm happy that the world got to see me be a single father, you know what I mean? Like, no one's seen that.
Benzino.
Got to get close to some, real amazing people. Of course, Jennifer going through all her stuff and us working on the music, we've really developed a friendship, And then having the opportunity to show that Benzino ain't this guy that's drama-filled and just show my progression. So, I want to thank you for that.
Thank you, man. Laura.
I think for me, it did show my evolution, how I've grown, how I'm growing.
Has your ex watched the show?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Listen, my motto is don't get mad, get sexy.
And you do it well. Jennifer Williams.
I'm happy that people got to see me outside of Basketball Wives. And I'm glad that people got to hear my voice, literally.
and see me be brave. And I hope that I can inspire someone to chase their dreams. And I'm glad that I did the project, so thank you.
You're welcome, my love. Tiffany New York Pollard.
The next 15 reminded me of how much I adore reality television and what a master I am at it. And the thing I got from it is I need my own show again.
No shade.
I would not be the king of reality TV without throwing in one final twist. In the very first episode, we brought in a focus group to give their candid opinions based on the impressions you made on your previous reality shows. So I want you all to know that they have been backstage watching you guys tape this very reunion.
Oh.
Wow.
Please welcome the focus group. First, we have Claudia Jordan from The Real Housewives of Atlanta.
She's like a drag queen on steroids.
Next, we have Benzino.
He looks like a bobblehead.
Jennifer Williams.
But I feel like she was a pushover.
I think she's wonderful, and haters will be haters.
Karamo Brown.
You gotta come with something else to just being gay and black.
Laura Gavon.
Why she got so many kids? Why she ain't married?
Now, you guys have been watching the reunion, but you also got a chance to see the entire season. So, Jasmine, you thought Jennifer was a pushover. Has your opinion changed?
Drastically. Well, okay, maybe that came off wrong, but it has changed. She speaks up for herself. She tells you how she feels. I don't remember seeing that side of Jennifer, and I do appreciate it. I feel like I know her more now, and I know her point of view now.
Gotcha. Diana, your hair isn't blue anymore. What happened to it?
I woke up like this.
You love Jennifer. Do you still love her after watching this show?
I love her more now, I think.
Okay.
Especially with what she's going through.
And when it came to Karamo, you guys said in order for him to be interesting on this show, he had to have lupus.
I said OCD, lupus, something.
What did you think about Karamo on this show? Did he show you more than being just a pretty face?
I think Karamo was cool. You were like in the middle, you know, trying to keep it real with everybody, and I appreciated that. I enjoyed watching you work and helping Claudia out.
Thank you.
Mawasi, when it came to Laura, the biggest question you had was, why do you have so many damn kids? Has your opinion changed after seeing Laura on the show?
I'm gonna leave Laura alone. Laura can do what she needs to do. Yeah. I love your parents.
Thank you.
You have
I
some
love them
good
too.
parents.
Thank you.
And Miss Basketball Wife want to be in the bag. Do you have new breasts?
No.
Those breasts were there 8 weeks ago?
Always. They're just
They
been
look
covered.
She has them
out.
But Zena, you looking away. So you said that Benzino was unattractive. What are your thoughts on Benzino after watching him on the Next 15?
He played the big brother role very well. He was trying to be very diplomatic.
Would you date Benzino now?
I would totally date Benzino.
We're gonna see you on season 2?
Mawasi, you said Claudia was loose and looked like a drag queen. So after 8...
No, that's not what I said.
Go
I
ahead.
said she has the wit of a drag queen.
Okay.
And that is a compliment.
It is.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Because she's very sharp. But now I'm on Team Claudia all the way. I got her back.
Thank you, Mom.
Yeah, and I do take boxing. I got you.
Thanks, Mom.
Okay,
Appreciate that.
last but not least, what do you guys think of New York?
I think she's great TV. I love it. Ditto. It's fascinating to watch. I like your other side, but I prefer the turned up side.
Thank you.
But you have like trigger points. Like I feel like certain subjects set her to another planet.
Absolutely, you're reading me
The
correctly.
only
yes.
time I'm okay with my man saying I love her other than to me.
Yeah, I like Tiffany, New York.
That means a lot
the
to me.
whole package.
Are you guys drunk?
I do.
Well, I want to thank you guys so much for faithfully watching. It has been an absolute pleasure taping this groundbreaking series. The Next 15, it's a wrap. Woo!